but he's not landing the shots. Here it looks like he wants to try and take this timing instantly underneath the tube, aiming for less.
Drops down, only sees the turret.
Missed the turret, actually.
Yeah. A drone utilized by Loud, though. It's going to be pushing up and taking this space with a lockdown. Feels like a B hit. Should be a B hit. Second. Where are you going? Where are you going? With 4 seconds left, is this being held for? Yes. Look at that awareness. Jump spot, jiggle peek. Holy! Updraft dash, but he cannot escape it.
Bentar ya, sorry ya.
Set to punish it.
Aduh.
Deep dart now. Thrash being used just off the initial tap here, but doesn't really spot anything at all.
Lagi kayak kemarin lagi, Cok.
Again, looking up through.
Dan lu mau tau nggak ngeselinnya apa? Pas koneksinya udah balik, ini gua nggak perlu nge-restart ini. Pas koneksinya balik, YouTube-nya udah matiin live gua anjir. Babi banget.
Backside gained. Plan for Sadak. We pushed away this time. Mousepad just a little bit too
ngeselin banget ya.
late. This is going to be setting themselves up potentially in a favored counter here with the retake of Sentinels.
Maaf ya guys atas ketidaknyamanannya.
Back away. So now with the alarm bot, bit of spam, a bit of spray. Spot flash play. Tens man, it's taking it to him. Damage done though. Had the knife out.
Di luar kendali saya ini mah.
Especially with 2 years there. But what can he really do in this spot? B3. We have to find one of the fights, and Celsius isn't keen on giving him it. Now Sassy sticking half already. Options dwindling. It's a high-low
Comeback gini Sen, iya. Bayangkan, imagine ini selesai pertandingannya, Cok. Imagine, Cok, gue udah di-stream, terus ini selesai di map 2. Ini baru 2 menit di live nih. Brengsek aja kalau sampai beneran, Cok. Aduh. Sentinel kalah aja dong, biar map 1 lagi, map. Dia map 3 deh.
Yeah, and Sen.
Oh my god, man.
To get up to match point and set up a date with gen.g.
Bisa gini ya.
Here it is. Adjustment not there in time. He just tried to.
Oh gitu yokai ya, nggak tahu. Internet gua lagi aneh. Emang gua harus ini aja, gua harus ingat kalau gua harus restart router dulu sebelum live anjir, sumpah. Gua kelupaan mulu anjir.
Loud again, surely set up for success, but I said that last time. Sentinel ended up taking it, but this time there's a player disadvantage. Doubled up, shoulder to shoulder rounds.
Oh, gua bahas speedrun streaming nggak tuh?
Not gonna expect Kalian, and he's still here, alive and kicking, weaving in and out, dodging, juking, playing with his team, spraying them all the way through. Overtime on the cards.
Finally, Loud able to get that round that's been eluding them for so long. And we're
Rumah Indi gue sih deh. Aduh. Gini kan minta like lagi kan males ya. Padahal tadi udah kekumpul 400 deh, perasaan like-nya ada aja. OTK. Yuk jadikan ini OT terpanjang yuk. Jadikan ini OT terpanjang. Ayo Loud. Kenapa jadi dukung Loud gini gue bangsat. Dukung Loud gue yang ada jadi.
Fought back immediately by Sen in the finals where they took it an absolute barn burn. I mean it was a map 5 world class game from both
siapa yang sidak
pushed once more.
Cocok logi.
Dart broken. QCK forwards position as the sides are switched around. We know he's been getting aggressive. The question
kayak dapat monetisasinya ya, nonton capek nunggu kalian. Gue monet dari live gue tuh nggak banyak tahu. Penonton gue nggak yang kayak ribuan gitu sampai banyak dari live anjir. Gue duit paling banyak gue kalau live itu membership sama donate.
Gonna be a difficult situation for John and Celsius.
60 orang di sini adalah viewers dia. Enggak sih, lebih ke arah yang tadi tuh banyak yang ketiduran, udah gue yakin. Biasanya tuh dia ninggalin tapi lagi tidur. Itu sering terjadi tuh.
It would be that one. They've got to be concerned about the wall. Les can drop it at any point to try to.
Makanya kalau restream langsung jeblok.
Up side by side, top rafters, 2 years. important one to win was Elsis dropping. John QT sends the nade flying. The molly there. Just can't quite land the kill. He now has Slippery. He does have the pit, but does he choose to offload it? Of course he does. It's OT. And now drops it down. Evacuating the one angle, but over the top of the ropes. Doesn't expect Tuyes.
Apakah benar-benar map 3?
Nice catch by Tuyes.
Apakah benar-benar map 3 ini?
About just slipping away. But Loud, after getting that recovery in round 24, now put themselves up to map point. Juicy K going.
Gak dong, jangan gitu Map 3 dong. Menangkan di map 3 aja yuk Sentinel yuk. Ya kali.
Sen kept at 12.
Ya kali gue baru restream udah selesai. Tadi kemana? Internetnya tadi mati tiba-tiba.
But they've been winning anyway. A lot of those defensive rounds towards the end.
I know Loud, they set their sights over towards B.
Ini sampai map 3 aku salahin yokai, what the fuck. Kok kayaknya kejadian ya? Kok kayaknya kejadian tapi ya? Ayo, tinggal sendirian pakai OP. Iya lagi beneran cok. Beneran cok. What the hell? Bro, gue udah bilang, tapi gue udah bilang dari awal cok, ini bakal map 3 cok. Icebox tuh emang mapnya Loud. Udah gue bilang. Sentinel sayang sama gue. Sentinel sayang sama gua, cok. Yeay, live-nya tidak secepat itu. Fiksi ini pertandingan settingan yokai. Gua malah takut kalau nanti itu lagi anjir. Kalau nanti mati lagi internet gua. Iya, selesaiin di sunset, selesaiin di sunset. Udah lah kayak aku dulu mau turu, oke, aman. Kok kepencet?
Aduh,
Kok nggak bisa selesai?
Buruan!
Bentar.
Ci, mantap Ci.
Anjir,
Jangan
error
lupa
anjir.
membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu.
Error cok, nggak bisa ini, nggak bisa keluar anjir.
Woi, subscribe. Aduh,
Woi.
capek. Buruan. Ci.
Bentar. Ini
Mantap,
ulang
Ci.
mulu lagi.
Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu. Woi, subscribe. Aduh, capek. Buruan.
Yang bener kan?
Ci. Mantap, Ci. Jangan lupa
Iya,
membership juga
udah.
ya. Pelukan dulu.
Gimik. Apakah kemenangan ini ditentukan dengan omongan yokai? Nasib sih, bukan omongan sih. Ya kali. Gue baru restream udah selesai. By the way, ini ya di like lagi ya guys ya kalau berkenan ya. Tadi stream yang tadi rungkat tiba-tiba. Kejadian lagi loh, konsisten loh. Gue melihat konsistensi ini dari rumah indie tapi saya salut dengan konsistensinya tapi anjing. Jangan gitu maksudnya. Konsistensi untuk hal yang salah ini. Gue kira FUP nggak bakal masalah lagi. Gue udah setiap kali gue live pasti gue cek dulu. Harusnya sih besok gue harusnya udah memperpanjang FUP gue. Bayar 100.000 tuh kayaknya gue nanti buat reset. Soalnya FUP itu baru bisa di reset kalau masuk ke 10%. 10% total. VCT channel point itu ngapain di Twitch kah? Yang mana? Yang ini, bentar. Maksudnya yang ini. Yang ini. Ini buat ini. Buat apa sih? Gue juga nggak tahu. Buat apa sih? Gak tahu juga gue. Gue pikir ada ininya anjir, biar bisa nge-highlight message segala macam, anjir ternyata nggak ada ya. Oke. Buat polling, nah tuh buat polling, tapi nggak tahu habis itu buat apa. Gue nggak pernah nggak pernah gue pakai soalnya poinnya. Jadi gue pikir buat yang highlight message kayak di streamer lain gitu loh. Min, kok gue main ranked kalah mulu ya padahal udah install Krena? Karena Anda main saat gue live. Emang harusnya tuh hari kalau gue lagi WP lo harus nonton. Gak boleh main, lo harus meliburkan main lo, kalau nggak merah. Kemarin ada orang kayak gitu juga kok. Dia maksain main pas gue lagi WP kan. Kalah terus. Langsung percaya dia habis itu. Gua habis merah 5. Iya, soalnya lu kagak nonton. Udah jam 3, mana ada di tempat lu, iya. Di sini masih jam 2. Kan gua ngikutin jam sini ya. Selamat sahur deh by the way. Kalau di sana udah jam 3. Bisa lanjut gak sih? Ini map 3. Nunggu sahur. Ya tergantung gamenya selesainya jam berapa sih kalau gua. Soalnya lu nontonnya setengah-setengah kalau gitu, Zakib. Harus nonton sampai penuh dulu, harus sampai full. Baru ilmunya ketransfer. Minkai di sini jam 3, 1 jam lagi ya sama. Minkai, apakah ini skenario biar Gen.g kalah sama Sen dan Sen ketemu Pepper X? Mana saya tahu. Kan berarti mereka harus menang dulu Sentinelnya. Dan bisa lihat Sentinel lawan Gen.g juga. Harusnya seru sih nanti Sentinel sama Gen.g. Map 3 apa? Sunset. Tapi VCT ini kerasa kayak reject nggak sih? Kayak enggak lah. Cuma perasaan Anda. Aku telat nonton Minkai, pendapat Minkai tentang Papers tadi gimana? Ya sesuai aja ketemu Gen.g, udah gitu aja. Sesuai ketemu tim Pasifik lagi. Dan Gen.g-nya masih ngeri banget. Apalagi tadi nggak cuma teksturnya doang yang nyala kan. Beberapa pemainnya step up juga. Tambah sulit.
back to the default, basically rerun of the grand finals, to be honest. But obviously you're going to see this is the map where we see the Phoenix come out once again. I have questions still about this composition, but it's the way
Game 12, maksudnya 1-2. Ya udah, nonton dari sini aja, aman.
But I'm still not completely sold.
I think the strength of this comp for Loud on defense is fighting for extremity control.
Yes.
Using that breach, using
Habis
that
Madrid
open
ke
line
region
control,
masing-masing lagi balik.
They also have great ults to
International League
cycle through
Ted
and win
1.
out these rounds. But
Peringatan
Sentinels,
banget tuh
their
Sasi kayaknya.
second half is going to be retakes. This first
Kilap
half, their
gitu.
comp is actually really strong at shutting down that extremity control. Expect a lot of early battles. This map's going to be important. Only one of these American squads get that guaranteed spot in the top 3.
Yeah, Loud, they've done so much already to push it to here. Let's see Brandon Saito if they can get their revenge.
Revenge would be fantastic for this Loud squad. I mean, they could be hunting for it off the back of the regional finals, but it's a hard task ahead of them. Still heading to Sunset, especially with Sentinels making it as difficult as possible for them to get it over that final hurdle. They had to go to OT for Icebox. There's chances we could have seen it just end in a 2-0.
Monitor 144 Hz itu sak nggak sih bang buat main FPS kompe standar kok? Gue juga 144.
The one I'm most excited for is this here, Sunset. Because even though Sen won last time they matched up, I think Loud are a dangerous team to go up against, especially in decider maps like this. So here we go into the pistol. 3 players from Loud grouped up towards mid. And this map might end up playing out a little like Split, where Sen want to be cautious on the attacking side and bait out Loud into making the play.
It's really in a util. Got to be ready.
Waduh.
Doesn't reveal Zek.
Digelitikin tuh tansnya.
Not reveal Zekken. There must be
A bit of geometry maybe.
yeah, just a little safe pocket in the corner. But that
Transit
really looks
bersinar
like
berarti
a
terus
preset
juga
plan
dong.
Yeah, it does.
to insert Zekken here behind this segment of the
Maka
fight
Zekannya dicek.
for him to be able to maneuver later on.
Thanks the presence of it with the door shut down.
Di suara tuh.
There.
Sadak is watching it.
It's actually 2E's really pushed up over towards A that I've got my eyes on at the moment.
Aja sih, Bo.
Jiggle in this corner, like I
Udah
said.
banyak tuh B-nya ada 3 orang tuh.
Loud compositions require a lot of jiggling without the Sentinel.
Here's the flash being sent flying. Lucky to not die. Sadak running and
Waduh.
way backwards, running and gunning
That's
with the
wild.
frenzy. Only had 4 bullets left and he still managed to land
Oh,
that.
bisa
shot.
dapat tuh orang.
Play disadvantage here for Sentinels. Get themselves the site. Will be the plant on top of it. But what is the call after the fact?
Loud have so much utility on rifle routes to be able to deny plants from going down. They don't have as much to work with here.
Barely missing. Flash pushing them away there. Paranoia
Nice.
was bad. Yet still they face it with the guns. Now Sadak's all the way behind them. Dizzy. Tap onto it. It's going to be alerting the attention of these Sentinels players back and around. And they have so much to deal with.
Nice cover Sasi. Oh no.
Players just 2 elite.
Kisi kayaknya dapat 2.
Well handled there on the pistol for Loud. I was watching the way that they dismantled EDG.
Nice
And one
try.
of the big things they were amazing at was watching for the lurks through mid. And Sentinels on this pistol try to do something very similar. They insert Zekken deep up mid, create a distraction elsewhere, and try to get value with Zekken creeping through. Sadak is always wary of that kind of stuff. And here, Sen forced to try to fight a bit more aggressive in the post plant. Just couldn't quite find it. Just got squeezed. Having said that though, with the kills that Sen got online, they're looking to try to force into the next.
I feel like the money's good enough.
And they got
Tim
quite a
Sentinels
few
pakai 5
kills,
Sentinels
3
kan
kills
nggak
plus
gitu
the plant.
konsepnya.
It's not a bad buy.
Direction you take it into looks like mid. The initial goal.
Tanggung amat tadi gara-gara yokai gue mau tidur nyenyak malah lanjut berpikir, ih nyalahin gua, aneh banget.
So much momentum in terms of the economy, the
Gimana
ultimates.
puding angetnya, mungkin karena itu kali ya.
Got online at the end of this. He's gone and picked up the ult orb.
Karena itu rumah indie langsung mempanis saya. Ih, makan agar-agar kok anget. Dimatiin internetnya habis itu.
Notifying Loud that they have forced up into this. Dizzy wide with the flash. It's all connected together. QCK has to respect that one, just backing for now. Drone doesn't clear
It
it.
didn't clear Zekken.
Nggak kelihatan
again.
Zekkennya.
This spot
Ini harusnya menjadi
is such a blind spot in the way that Loud are playing mid. That's
menjadi
wild.
There's major chances for Zekken
blind
to just
spot buat
again creep his way in
LOUD.
there.
But like I'm saying, Brent, EDG tried this kind of setup where, you know, they cause the distraction and get a lurk. And Sadak
Harusnya tadi kayak pas PRX biar game 3 gak gitu
40
konsepnya.
seconds barely. Just drifting away here. Boombot
Kayak yang males kena ininya.
All in conjunction now to Dizzy, all
Nah,
the way through market.
connection
Doesn't really
issue-nya.
stand their ground, but let's still try and do it otherwise. ADS firing them down.
Okay, nice
as well.
threat,
The
nice
bullets
threat.
actually slowing them ever so slightly. Enough for Sadek to get that one, but a plan. Now down here for Sen, no pushback from it, so they can start to play this post plan. But do they really want to do this? Just with the stingers. It's like an awkward one to try and play into, especially when Kawazin has almost all of his util. A few more seconds left, and he will have the fault line, but there it is. Sends out the aftershock, out wide, forces Celtics, no kill. Paranoia used in response to this one, and a second flash sets them back up, but a deep smoke after really
Dan
forcing
semua hal dilempar sama Cawanzin aja.
Stunned up inside the smoke, damage done. Kawazin still lives on 21 health. Diffusing now, Sadek onto Hal. Has to be
Nice banget, udah nice banget, udah nice banget. Ah.
No damage, not enough.
Gak apa-apa lah, yang penting mahal, yang penting mahal.
That's barely scraping through.
Sadek's on the defuse. He got headshot by a stinger and he just tanked it.
Yeah, did not care.
He just shrugged
Udah
it
di
off.
headshot cuman gak peduli dia.
You see the stars sprinkling up around his head. He's got full
Ghostic ya,
confidence
ghostic
in the
ya.
rest of the team. It is so difficult to cover the diffuser in that situation when there's a flank coming from market and Tens throws that smoke. You just kind of get stuck inside of it. But wow, Loud now, having navigated that round and all the danger it posed, are going to be set up quite nicely at the beginning of this.
Doesn't really matter about Divide too much. 2 players spotted from the cam. Fast is the call here for Sentinels. Looking for a couple of kills, but out wide, a little bit too much. Zelsis.
Kan tadi force ya.
The target you really want to be prioritizing these kills onto when he gets his ult online, which he already does. I mean,
Yeah, he already
much
had it.
for it.
And John's just looking to do what damage he can. But Loud's economy is going to be looking good.
Ini PRX lawan Lot atau PRX lawan Sen?
So the gamble that Sen went for, it's difficult to assess in
Lot aja deh,
hindsight.
biar
Because
kalah.
we're only seeing it having failed, but
Biar
really
mereka
there was
kalah.
a lot of danger there. And
Lautnya ya maksudnya ya.
possibilities for them.
Yeah, you think if it works out, listen, Sen get on the other foot when it comes to the ult cycle.
Yeah.
Start building them up ahead of them. They have the economy on their side, but
Simply not the reality we live in, though, and that's the first time that Sen have gone down early in a half. Remember, they won the pistols every other time across Split and Icebox. So this is a new situation where Loud are the ones able to develop some even footing for themselves.
Gua mau pindah HP aja kayak biar sekalian tidur gua aman.
Trying to contest into mid.
and interestingly enough, I mean, 2 years has opted for the operation.
Bak skor akhir berapa?
There was a
Waduh.
dart set up earlier, so he's
Gak ada
on
ini,
this deep
anjir.
line down into A. He's going to be giving a lot of mid-round information again to his team.
8-13 deh, 8-13.
Two of the angles though, being swung, but they're not going to expect it. Yeah, look at it.
No way.
Walking straight into it.
Leaning on his history as a duelist player there.
Gua mau
too.
pindah rumah kayak bebas.
Absolutely finesse
Lu mau
that.
ngapain juga bebas, bro. Gak perlu izin sama gua.
Maybe a punish in sight here. 2 players
Ya,
left. Will the smoke
Tens bisa dapat nih orang nih harusnya.
Still
This is
waiting for
bizarre.
it. It is bizarre.
Nice banget, nice banget, nice banget, Bang Tens. Bang Tens idolaku, aku adalah idol apa? Aku adalah bocil Tens. Gak apa-apa Tens. Udah dapet 3.
QCK drop back to 30 health. Now, heal himself back up.
Oh, udah bocil Tens. Gua mau donate lu aja kayak anjay, boleh banget.
Brian, here it is, the second round against Thrash. Spawn broken to pieces. Clear the close left corner, but still.
Fresh pulang ya kayak makanya lihat bracket dulu baru bilang.
Clear in this spot and right over him, QCK. There's that tray with the pop flash now.
Bisa-bisanya kayak gitu angle-nya. Bisa-bisanya anjir.
QCK did not go for the ultimate in that spot, right?
Mau makan kayak boleh. Monggo Kronis.
Decided not to invest, thought they weren't favored enough, and have kept that. So the bonus round doing a little bit of damage, not too much. A lot of it coming down to that play from Tens. Oh yeah.
Gua mau sahur boleh.
This map is so creative and flashy. It's wild.
Gua juga mau Viper. Makan maksudnya.
Well, I thought there was a good chance he was
Fuyu.
Looked like maybe a few more bullets he could have done it, but he's just that guy when it comes to this map. On the Omen.
Ngantuk mau tidur tapi bentar lagi sahur nanggung gak sih udah.
With QCK and Kalian holding over towards A. They do have 3 or 4 different.
Doain gua keterima kerja kayak ntar kalau keterima setiap lu live gua donate ceban anjay. Good luck Ronnie, good luck.
Which one they're going for is important. Loud also love going to the switch and closing the door in mid. It's something that they prioritize all the time, whether it's less or 2E's doing it. And you can hear it now. It's just gone down. That gives Sen some information.
Fault line.
Yeah, force out the fault line early. somewhat early in the round.
Yeah.
Gue mau izin ke Madrid Kai, terus mau apa? Lu mau ngapain di Madrid? Nonton langsung. Emang tiketnya udah nggak sold out? Apa masih ada tiketnya nggak sold out?
This pause in the round is really going to incentivize risks from ke-6 and Kalian.
You can hear it. He's lacking the info. He's jump
Nice
spotting.
banget. Nice banget.
Tens has cleared out the whole of elbow with his ult.
Dapat info. 2 orang di sini, 2 orang di B. Harusnya sih udah banget ini. Apa yang ngajak-ngajak?
Time to shine. Can't loud out too much just yet though.
Molly delay.
Oh, it's a bit of a blunder.
Bacot.
Sepam baru saja memberikan 25.000. Gua mau ketemu BG Ten Sky.
Thank you Sapam. Kalau lu pengen ketemu Bang Tens, gua ada percayanya sih. Lu mungkin kalau mau ke Madrid besok kayaknya udah lu bisa deh kayaknya. Saving bro. Padahal masih 3 orang saving mereka coy. Langsung saving gila. Padahal Tensnya loh tinggal 19 darah anjir.
Sen have got enough players who understand the rhythm of the game and can make plays like that to try to turn situations in their favor.
Ini apa 2 3 4 Bang apa ini?
Advantage that Loud had to work with. It's getting chipped away out here.
I mean, this is essentially I mean, 2 of the players can't be buying.
Yeah. And look, just seeing that on the replay again, it's such a large punish onto ke-6, and it's all due to that freeze that John Cutie calls into the round. They force out the fault line, and then they freeze everybody, group up A main, and look to try to punish the info peak. It's so similar to how they were approaching this slow, patient game. At some point, Loud need info.
Pankado kemana? Kan dulu udah pernah ini di Sentinel. Oh maksud lo di Sentinel kemana? Kayaknya udah di bench dia deh. Udah boleh nyari tim baru.
And it's all fake presence.
Ada kabar-kabar Furia mungkin ngambil dia. Kopi lagi gue aman. Silakan dibikin.
Online will be able to go for the B-pop. Or not. Just avoiding it.
It's not as important against the Cyclist comp.
Kari kapan main desain gue nggak tahu Kari itu jadi apa anjir.
Into the angle, decay damage kicking in, almost getting brought down himself. He's on 60 health.
RRQ Pankado terkenal Sabi nggak sih? Homesnya nanti makin aneh. Komunikasi dalam arti omongan ya. Nice bener tapi ke trade. John Kitty-nya ketahuan nggak sih? Oh enggak ding. Tadi telat kameranya.
Potentially get a move on, but it's up to the rest of his team, I think, to dissuade and push them back. Yeah, Paranoid's there, and he does catch it. ke-6 just alive. No longer. Deep cam round the back, Loud.
Nice banget dibikin kepikiran. Waduh, masih dapet dong Bang Tens. Bang Tens emang paling keren, gila. That's why aku ngefans Bang Tens. Waduh, tapi nggak gini dong. Gak ada waktu tapi ya. Anjir, aneh banget tuh round tapi ya. Kalau RRQ yokai gimana? Ditunggu aja kedatangan Pak Apek di live chat ini ya. Gak tau gue bener-bener gak pernah ketemu orang RRQ udah di chat gue kayaknya. Atau mereka ada tapi nggak ngomong kali ya. Yang biasa di sini tuh biasanya orang boom gitu-gitu. RRQ gue nggak tahu tuh. Kayaknya ironsenpai belum ada di radarnya RRQ deh.
Unless is looking to challenge B main early on.
Diam-diam dipantau Pak Ape. Mau diapain? Waduh. Nice trade.
Very confident too.
Necessary kill for him. He's not having a great start to this map, but let's get back onto the board with that one at least.
Kalian went and took the ult orb over towards A, so he now has the Rolling Thunder online.
Second, an initial tap, but now going to be sticking it for the plant. Have us all online now for it.
Let's go.
Back into them. Showstopper to use. There's a bit of a reaction into this one.
Oh, nice banget, udah nice banget. Udah nice banget, ada ulti, Tensnya TP. Udah nice banget. Tensnya udah ketahuan lagi. Sisi Tensnya kasihan banget. Nice. Gila, tembakan apa itu John Putih? Cantik banget. Nice banget, nice. Udah nice banget ini. Waduh. Tapi gak ada waktu gak sih? Kayaknya gak ada waktu sih. Ah, ada cok. 038 cok. Ah. 038 anjir. Adminnya terlalu paperex untuk RRQ. Ah. Alasannya lo begitu ya. Aduh, aduh. Gak tadi soalnya
Kiraja baru saja memberikan
bacotnya kok
10.000.
nggak keluar?
Bang di follow settingan FOP di mana yak pusing bet lihat layar datar sama monitor kegedean nanya di chat kagak ditanya bejir.
Apa itu? FOP apaan FOP? Ada yang tahu FOP nggak guys? Bacotnya keluar cuman, oh iya, gue nggak dengar tadi ada bacotnya tadi. Nggak ada setting FOP di Valo, no, dibilang kronis bahkan nggak ada setting itu. FOP apaan ya?
Extra gets the one, backs out 50 seconds.
Buat jadi white nge-stretch maksudnya. Itu resolution nggak sih masuknya?
It just seems so wrong.
Geografi mungkin jauh banget anjir. Ini kenapa jadi geografi? Biar cambung. I don't get it really. Apakah di chat ada yang ngerti maksudnya biar cembung gimana? Gue nggak tahu soalnya. Maybe kalian bisa bantu. Sasi membungkam mantan timnya. Let's go. Ya coba ganti resolusi kali. Resolusi apa ya? Menyala botakku. Nice, nice Bang Sasi. Padahal yang belum like, di like dulu ya. Bisa dibantu like-nya yuk. Oh ya tadi udah ini restream by the way.
His positioning is just immaculate in that situation. Lauda not thinking about it.
Sassy as a player, we needed to see a big step up. He was Norden 6 when it comes to those first kills, the first deaths last map. Wasn't having a good game.
Resolusi tahun baru bukan itu.
Relatively unscathed, all things considered there, just backing away from the rifle.
Soalnya gue juga nggak pernah kalau FOV, gue nggak pernah otak-atik itu deh kayaknya. Makanya gue bingung ini yang mana yang dimaksud.
If Sen back off here, thinking that it's a B stack because of all of that utility in their face, they may end up running into danger. John's watching it, and they do still have a trip there. But in terms of anticipating 4 players, tens.
Cleared, now crossfire. Set up forward of neural theft. Everybody scattered to the winds. Loud realize it. Okay, we've been found out. Got to back away now.
Ini gua sampai Google nih. Let me Google it. Valorant FOV. Dan you know apa yang dibilang? Valorant does not offer an option to change your FOV in game, and it's restrict you to 103 FOV. Jadi di Valorant nggak bisa diganti FOV itu. Udah default. Oke. I hope it's answer your. Gua harap itu menjawab pertanyaanmu.
He got caught by it though.
Just trying to time it, yeah, detained up into the corner here, potentially winnable though. Oh man, it's looking more and more likely. Finally fades away and he's back into it, but here it is, the follow-up. With all the rifles online.
What the
Doesn't have the
Oh
time.
my god.
Tapi nggak ada waktu.
It's an effort. It's unbelievable how close these rounds are getting though. You know, the one team's
Kalau mau cembung monitornya cembungin aja.
They're in a post-move position.
Lu tarik ya kiri kanannya ya.
Still feels
Patah habis itu anjing.
can take it. We've had some rounds go down to defuses with a fraction of a second left on the clock. We've had a 1v3
Cembung loh,
play
cembung.
by Sassy. Don't care how we got it.
Patah dong bang.
That is going to harm the economy, but not in a way that has
Gak ada. Settingannya gak ada by the way. Di Valorant gak ada.
on Sen's economy getting out of control and going to allow Loud some opportunities to maybe play some anti-ecos later on. But 5 out of 6 of the most recent rounds have all gone the way of Sentinels after Loud got off to that hot start.
Mending monitornya buat gua bang.
I'm not mad at all at the way that Loud are playing because
Gak tau, soalnya gue juga baru denger ini.
okay, in order
Gitu.
to get into a 1v3
Makanya
situation, Loud
pas
had to
gue
play
cek,
that
oh ternyata emang
really
gak ada
well.
di optionnya.
They collected on the mid play. They got themselves into a player advantage. They just lost out.
Dukung siapa bang? Sentinel.
On the other side of the stage.
Bocil tense merapat.
Either of these rosters that doesn't deserve to be here. Everybody capable of stepping.
Pernah lengkungi layar nggak? Gue nggak pernah punya layar cembung sih, jadi nggak pernah. Layar gue semuanya lurus, datar aja.
On the scoreboard, QCK is the player in position to do the most of that. It's
Kalau
less
360,
we
malas
haven't
banget
seen
anjir.
as much from. Usually, we're expecting
Itu ngedot flashnya capek di mata sendiri nggak sih?
Finding his moments to have value, even though he's playing the Viper. With this composition, he does end up being pretty stuck over towards B. And Sen have been playing so grouped up, he hasn't really found those opportunities. Different defensive setup though, again being run here from Loud as Kalian and QCK move their way over the B.
Just calling up the back of this now 2 years.
Hampir.
Standing strong, just trying to brave.
Nanti monitor pakai TV tabung. Downgrade anjir.
Zels is getting the ult online, can counter Sadak. You can
Itu
see
mah
Sadak
bukan
set up
ganti.
to go for the ult. Oh, they just rip it anyway.
Okay. Send it out wide. Smoke's not even propped up yet. Second in position. Breaking.
Dia nembak itu apa
For
anjir?
the dart now.
Buat ini kali ya, buat orang kagak tahu kalau dia ada di atas kali ya. Kayak kalau lu nembak ke bawah gitu, turun pas turun.
They're going to throw in a lot of utility
By the
early.
way, gue merasakan kayaknya lagi hujan ini.
Molly's going to be used towards the back of the Side Hunter's Fury.
Oh!
There's the connection.
Jekennya kena.
Falls.
Ayo tense. Tense adalah kunci. Satu lagi tense.
Familiar angle, has the ult now for the classic reposition. Ult into the back of the site, could be anyone's game on a knife's edge.
Mantap banget. Ah, sayang banget dia ngeliat ke arah yang salah. Tapi 2 lawan 1, ya kali 2 lawan 1 nggak dapet.
Taps it. Gets sassy, doesn't give him anything. Still bides his time.
Nggak ada waktu.
It has been
No time, anjir.
To the final
Main.
moments, all the kills going Loud's way, but not the round.
Same again.
Gila dari tadi gara-gara ini terus anjir.
The retakes.
Loudnya mau retake. Cuman waktunya nggak dapat mulu anjir. Mau main retake mulu, tapi nggak dapat. Paling diffuse-nya tadi pun yang berhasil diffuse pun udah ini giri-giri anjir. Aduh giri-giri lagi, lu ngerti giri-giri nggak? Tahu giri-giri nggak kalian? Apa sih namanya kalau bahasa Indonesia yuk? Giri-giri tuh. Mepet, iya betul, mepet. Bukan biri-biri anjir. Giri-giri itu bahasa Jepang.
And how many times have we said that? It's just been a run.
Ibu lu sok Jepang bacot lu juga anjir kalau gitu.
In every half. This time, they actually had to grind their way back into echoing Loud. And off the back of a 1v3 from Sassy too.
Ridiculous recovery. Oh, there's danger there though. With these Loud players, they're opting for a stack over towards B. 2 years again, same spot he's been playing in time and time again. Really disrespecting them though. Just holding the angle for some util. Needs to.
Oh, paranoia nih.
Paranoia?
Yeah, I mean, what is the timing of
Dia
it?
cuma sendirian lagi.
He's found something. Maybe Just hearing a footstep.
Info dapat, udah info dapat.
Flash is connecting. Gives up the space, just seeking to delay as long as possible. Sentinels, though, looking likely they're going to have an open sight. Two users really trying to make this feel like there's lots of players here. Nades forward.
Waduh, nice banget itu John Kuti. Kalau nggak dapat itu bahaya banget. Reconnya bisa di sini semua tuh. Sembunyinya bisa di satu tempat tuh, kecuali Tens. Untung Tensnya di sini anjir. Untung ada Bang Tens ya, Bang Tens ya. Kalau enggak ada di balik kotak semua tuh, Cok. Anjir. Semuanya di balik kotak itu. Untung Bang Tens kagak ikut-ikut anjir. Kok di situ semua kayaknya tadi itu sembunyi dari Recon. Tadi kan Reconnya kena, terus ada satu yang mati langsung kabur semua tuh, sembunyi di balik kotak.
Deep cross map knife. Be landing over towards market.
And that's going to give them a good idea about what the defensive setup looks like, because often QCK is going to be on A.
Berani beda itu baik.
So a good indicator now. Just waiting for the right time to strike. Thrash. Regenerated the util. They cut up the side.
Itu kan sampai komen di live chat si Fuyu apa gimana kayak itu Fuyu.
Won't be any follow up. At least onto that one. QCK should be alive as well.
Ngapain gua ngechat anjir kalau gua bisa ngomong.
And it looks like this might be another funny round.
Loud are playing really heavily for backside B control, which is going to allow them to get players in flooded.
Jadi Chico tuh tiba-tiba tuh. Kayak menurut lu siapa yang cocok jadi analis paper ya? Jangan bahas buat jadi samsak lagi. Video. Enggak, gue jujur aja gak tau. Waduh, TP ke Molly no. Sensnya TP ke Molly 57. Analis Paperex ya.
So many of the rounds could have gone either way and were decided on the tiniest of margins. But I think Loud really figured something out there in that final round. The pit to be able to flood into back B site and the way that they dealt with
Gua kok pengen ini ya.
was lovely. It was anybody's game though.
Gua pengen
really another pistol to be able to get back into this.
It's hard to say, but so tightly contested.
Pengen coba Seiren gak sih? Ah! Malam-malam begini lu mau bikin apa anjir, candi? Anjing. Mau bikin candi lu jam segini? Biar besok pagi langsung jadi.
Principal motivo
Makasih dah, by the way.
hoje estava muito boa. Então acho que depois que a gente corrigiu
contra
a gen.g, a gente estava bastante confiante já. Acho que a partida contra a FPX deu uma confiança muito boa pra gente.
É Merculi lagi.
Eu esperaria que ia ganhar assim deles, mas ninguém esperaria esse stomp, né? Cara, a gente não esperava isso, mas acho que nós tivemos
kan itu
jogo muito bem executado.
ceritanya kan dibuat candi dibuat dalam waktu semalam. No, ini malam nih. Udah subuh bahkan.
Perfect. He hasn't killed anyone yet, but QCK, he just slaughtered every member remaining of
Kalau prop Misty kan
Eu acho que a Sentinels é dos melhores.
Secara pengalaman menurut gua lebih di Seiren untuk Valorant menurut gua ya.
O potencial deles é que eles jogam muito bem como equipe. Quer dizer, tem o star player que é o Ziken.
Lu kalau dengar podcastnya Wilson pun kan Seiren bahkan diperhitungkan sama Miao kan. Yang bikin scene Valorant Indo saat itu benar-benar jadi intens antara Boom sama Onyx kan gara-gara Seiren kan. Buat konteks Valo iyalah. Kan kita ngomonginnya Valo ini.
Que a gente conseguiu fazer isso e classificar pro playoff. Só quero pedir vocês fãs que continuem confiando na gente, a gente vai dar o nosso melhor e vamos tentar
conquistar. Kenapa gue pengen ngasih chance ke Seiren, entah kenapa ya. Ah, Chainsaw Man. Dilanjutin sama Bapak Satpam. Ikutan lagi tulisannya. Makasih dah Satpam.
And yet still, Sentinels are holding a lead 7-5 when they have an absolutely
Anjing,
horrific
Chainsaw Man
start.
malam-malam gini, Cok.
Yeah, and actually, I think the story over the last couple of maps
Tetangga di hari Minggu.
not so much Sen getting the advantage at the beginning of the round,
Bisa
but just having
gitu
really
lagi.
strong ways of being able to close things
Makasih
out.
ya, Pak Satpam
Dance
ya.
has been amazing in those spots. And so we go into a
Iya,
pistol,
Profesor kan mainnya cuma bentar kemarin pas follow.
insanely important, especially for Loud, I think, to be able to get online. Complete contacting up. Zelsis picks him.
Analisis Paperex menurutmu gimana? Maaf ketinggalan. Gue bukan orang analis, jadi gue bingung mau nganalisa apa.
So close to getting punished there.
Very close. I mean, less.
Kalau gue sih merasanya karena mereka suwe ketemu tim Pasifik aja sih. Orang Pasifik udah tahu cara mainnya mereka semua.
That's unreal.
As blind as the fadeaway. Damage has been done definitely to Zelsis here. Single shot will do it.
Oh, kecek gak sih?
Close. There it is, straight to the chest, brings him down. John can't do much. So Loud with that pistol round, you got to think. Back in charge.
Yeah, looking good for it.
Gas bang buat komunitas perkumpulan kuli Indo. Kenapa jadi gua yang harus ngurusin kuli anjir? Ngurusin komunitas Valo aja sulit, mau lagi kuli Indo dibawa-bawa.
But Sen is certainly not going to force into this one again. On the defense side, not as many kills. That's a ridiculous kill though.
Kalau Seiren beda banget playstyle-nya sama Paperex ya, siapa tahu
The fact that QCK was the tip of the spear is
disiplin
gonna
dan
start building
kekacauan
his way
itu
up.
bisa dijadikan satu kan?
And Loud started that with such a contacting approach.
Willing to give anything away. Main benefit of it being that Loud, they have tons of.
Apalagi gue ngelihatnya kan Seiren tuh kayak suka gitu loh, apa kayak ngotak-ngatik gitu, taktik-taktik gitu dia suka anjir. Gue ngelihatnya orangnya kayak dia suka main Valorant apa gitu yang map gitu. Mapping-mappingnya bagus gitu.
Essentially got a free plant off.
It's a good post-plant position as well, just for the spike to be dropped down, laid down, snake bite.
It looks like Sen are going to send utility here, rather than trying to save it.
See if they can take an early fight, and you're right, I mean, could get costly.
Lagian kan emang ini ya, sebenarnya kemarin kan dia diambilnya sebagai coach kan, tapi entah kenapa jadi player lagi di India.
Keep an eye on the Sen retakes on A once we have rifles online, but that was very easily cleaned up. I think that's going to put people in positions where they need to go for light armor. It could end up being important against the Bulldog.
Ya kan itu Paperex kan awalnya kan dibilangnya kan ini, kalau kata Jenderal kan ini organized chaos kan.
I think Sen are going to be confident in those kind of rounds.
Mainnya chaos, tapi ada strukturnya sebenarnya. Lu kalau nggak ada strukturnya, main sechaos itu juga kacau kali.
In the last time that these teams faced on Sunset was how they approached the A retakes.
The bonus round now to be cooked up for Loud. They've got plenty of danger in it. I mean, that run it back earned.
Tapi ya itu saking uniknya, karena emang mereka jago, ya cuman mereka yang bisa main kayak gitu.
In the top. Another score. At the top here, though. It's happened.
Ooh, nice one, nice one. Telsis.
Punishment in place.
Pamit bang, mau Oke, aman, Kiragata. Sebenarnya lu nggak perlu pamit sih kalau pengen berak kayak gitu. Kenapa laporannya ke gua?
The paranoia onto a spot that tens is often like into play, but it's second up there this time. In market.
Bawa coach Adi gitu.
It's fake market pressure. Yeah, this is a weird one.
No way.
Did they spot a hint of two E's? Was
Kuti harusnya dapat banyak nih kalau dilanjutin nih.
Maybe.
Yeah, pinged
Ya,
out.
berdua.
It is. Leaning this way. Celsius.
Waduh, crosshairnya ketinggian.
Decides to take the fight anyway, not set up onto that angle with any form of util. Sassy now.
Crosshairnya ketinggian.
Dart has to be broken.
Ketahuan.
He's revealed his position now.
Wingman on the loose. Dizzy on the loose.
Util now, Tens right behind them.
Nice banget itu paranoianya. Tens bagus banget, sumpah. Nice cover by Tens itu. Bagus banget, coy. Izin oke mau pipis. Iya. Ini pada laporan ke gue demi apa ya?
Impossible scenario.
10 seconds left.
And Les will just be trying to win this one while the rest of the team in silence scratches their head, wondering where it all went wrong here. That pick onto Zelsis
No time.
Such a difficult position, and the flank from B bailed him out.
Izin nyebat guys, abis sahur, oke aman.
This might be Sentinels just getting a bit of a read, I think, in terms of how Loud want to play.
Viewer lu makin unik-unik kayak, iya.
How many risks they were taking on this round against the bonus round.
The more you know. Makin banyak orang, makin banyak lo tahu karakter orang kayak gimana. Aneh-aneh.
But I think going for flank plays like that just plays really nicely into Loud's composition, which lacks the cipher. Anytime you can
Ayo izin ke yokai semua.
yeah, go for it. Why not?
Aduh.
I'm not going to have that information, and they're going to find it difficult.
Izin minum kayak tenggorokan berasa padang pasir. Iya. Ya tolong minum, tolong. Tolong banget nih. Tolong minum, cok. Waduh, Zekennya bengong dikit.
So now we get to see
Izin memulai bisnis yang halal kayak.
a lot of it from Sen.
Iya. Silakan. Izin pensiun kayak kalau ini nggak boleh anjing. Kabur lo ya. Enak banget lo di tengah-tengah. Ada kerjaan bisa minta pensiun kayak gitu. Enak banget, cok. Gak gitu konsepnya, gua iya-iyain dari tadi. Berarti dia mau memanfaatkan sistem kayak gitu. Wingman, tolong wingman. Gak apa-apa. Tidak, wingmannya meninggal. Ya, sayang banget. Jin kayak gue mau main VCT dulu gantiin texture. Harusnya lu bilangnya gantiin laki ya baru gue yain. Kalau texture kagak bisa, bro. Kagak bisa. Izin matiin lampu. Lu matiin saklar, gue juga kagak peduli. Kenapa jadi matiin lampu gue juga?
If Wingman had not gone down there, we could have had a very similar situation to Icebox.
Izin kayak gantiin 4 second di CS kok. Ya aja kagak main CS udah. Ya udah gantiin deh. Mulai. Makin banyak anjir.
I wonder, does this?
Fuyu kok nggak ada suaranya, dia sambil ngedit kayaknya. Lagi kerja, makanya biar nggak ke distract banyak kayaknya.
That gets Sen going aggressive on the map.
4 second India itu Ayo di sini siapa yang nggak tahu 4 second India itu referensinya dari mana, ada nggak? Kan itu kayaknya cuma orang-orang lama tuh yang tahu sebenarnya. Yang nggak seberapa ngikutin FPS kayaknya nggak bakal tahu nggak sih?
And obviously you don't want to be hard anchoring the site against Kawanzin's Rolling Thunder. No. But also
nggak tahu Minkai, emang iya.
It's a B retake setup.
Hello, where's that orb going? Straight up into the sky.
Not where it's supposed to.
Word.exe jadi banyak gini wordnya.
And away back to the corner actually. Even deeper angle. He wants to try and take the fight to them. Flash.
Nice defend. Kiran Engan bahkan sama John Putih, udahlah. 98 ini.
I think this map is set up so nicely for B flood defending.
Itu by the way kan 4 second itu kan yang CSGO kan itu ya. Dia nge-cheat, terus kan di-ban kan dia kan. Kan katanya kalau nggak salah tahun kemarin atau tahun ini ya. Ban-nya udah dilepas kan sebenarnya kan. Udah diangkat kan itu ban-nya. Apakah dia main lagi? Harusnya sih udah nggak bisa ya. Itu tuh punishment seumur hidup gak sih buat karir anjir? Emang ada orang yang masih mau percayain dia anjir? Diangkat bandnya gitu gimana caranya kayak? Bukan diangkat, karena emang durasinya udah berapa tahun yang lalu gitu loh. Jadi kayak di band berapa tahun dari pertandingan kompetitif misalnya, udah lepas, udah lewat durasi itunya, bandnya. OTW join G. Dan TML, what the heck. Sekarang dia jualan panipuri. Jadi street food ya. Jauh ya.
All the noise in the world being made really out towards Alba. Now Zekken should be able to get himself out of there with a satchel. In fact,
tapi tim ada yang mau nerima dia. Nah itu, lu sekali udah kayak gitu kan sulit banget untuk membersihkan nama lu, apalagi e-sport kayak gini. itu udah ampun-ampunan, pasti berat gitu loh hukumannya.
It would be a little difficult to retrieve this rifle. Might not be something that is possible to do. The smoke though.
It's just sassy use.
Menurut lo tentang Ye yang dibenci fanbase Valorant?
Yeah, now it is possible to go and get that.
Calling for a reclear.
Dibencinya kenapa dulu ya? Gue lupa. Apa gara-gara dia kemahalan?
Good idea. It's going to be a re-hit. Tens takes the fight.
There's a fault line follow through. There's Elsis close to the corner. To get the punish.
Di band sama Tuhan kapan bukan panitia surga, saya tidak bisa mewakilkan.
Feigns and fakes on top of each other.
Ya kali.
25 seconds left. What do you go for here? I mean, a pause into the play. Going for a re-hit.
20 seconds.
Going for a re-hit.
Ya itu kayak Demon One gak sih, Public Enemy buat entertain aja? Iya kayaknya. Orangnya sebenarnya kan lucu-lucu aja ya sebenarnya, chill-chill aja gitu. Cuman mungkin karena dia disebut El Diablo kali ya.
2 more rounds for the lead here, Sentinels.
Loud look a little lost in that spot though, man. That was a bit of a disappointing round. I wouldn't be surprised to see them take the timeout, and I think they have actually. But they call a pause in the round there, right? On their attack side, but
gue juga heran kenapa Demon One banyak haters ya, karena itu aja, karena entertainment aja, karena media basically e-sportnya kayak bikin story, ini villain era, villain Demon One, namanya juga Demon One gitu. Ya udah masuk aja udah. Don't be scared, let's go. Oke, Bang Zelsis.
Building up that confidence, making sure that everybody's on the same page.
Halo Banci, welcome to the stream, welcome back. Jangan lupa di like lagi ya. Yang tadi sudah like di stream satunya, di stream sini like lagi dong, bisa dibantu dong. Mumpung lagi break juga. Tadi soalnya sempat ke restream.
Just on a coronation march.
Oh yeah.
Right? They're going straight up.
The upper round 2 of the playoffs.
So this is a must-win for Loud.
Put everything
into like it. Thank you, David.
A few ults being earned. So that run it back. I mean, it feels like QCK is never without it. Been earning it at such frequency. All the kills he's been getting. The plants, the orbs funneled into him.
Anjir, gara-gara gue ngeliatin Zero Fang ini mulu ya, jadi pengen knife-nya anjir. Oh gitu, gue itu ya beli bundle aja ya kemarin. Tapi kayaknya dimarahin Fuyu deh gue kalau beli bundle kemarin anyway.
Holding the dizzy.
Okay, this time they wait out the knife for the start of the round from Zelda.
Apakah skin 4 second terinspirasi dari 4 second CS bang? 4 second itu kata bahasa Inggris, bukan nama sebenarnya. Jadi bukan karena terinspirasi.
Loud have not been breaking these.
And again, acknowledgement there from Dizzy. Stray shots missed.
Kayak menurut lu gue sahur lagi apa enggak? Ya bebas coy.
At least one player lurking out towards A.
Kalau lu mau makan lagi ya nggak apa-apa.
They're not scared of mid and they're not scared of market because John's utility is still there.
Kalau masih lapar mah, gas aja.
Yeah, they can hear it. The door being broken down. They want to try and fight Tooth and Nail for control of it. The nade down. How does it get two?
Tapi jaketnya dapat 2 dari ledakan granat coy.
VCT forced the bodyguard his own spot there. Driving.
It goes down to a 3v3 in a really weird fashion.
Gue sok-sokan mau jadi 4 second malah jadi forbidden kayak kalau pakai Yoru.
So Loud have actually managed to find an opening here.
Forbidden talent.
30 seconds left.
The smoke was in the way at the top section of mid. It might already be just close with the rocket, but no.
Menurut lu di like lagi nggak Min? Kayak terserah lu sih. Saya kan menyarankan iya.
So free plant here. Loud.
And some players in potential positions to play a nice post plant too. You don't have to be worried about the initiator utility from Sen, which is the main part of it. But obviously there's still danger with the paranoia, with the showstopper. Loud get info that there's nobody on the flank.
Yeah, exactly, with that dart.
Coba tiru Phoenix ngomong dong seperti lu voice act mau ya.
Committed and stuck. Tenses forwards. He wins his fight. That is ridiculous. Still the paranoia now to showstopper. Seeking to commit this one. Where these players might be, but the first tap at least forces out the ult. Rocket flying. Gen clears the one, but on top of this corner, on top of
Tulisnya udah ketahuan, harusnya sih dapat sini. Bener kan? Dapat ini, dapat. Ayo, nggak apa-apa. Let's go.
Not enough. Barely enough. Look at that. 0.37.
It's wild how close these rounds are getting.
Oh my god.
But also, how on earth are Sen even in
Terus
position
sejak
to do
omennya
that?
yang di situ Tuisya meninggoy, udah nggak ada harapan itu.
Kusike is shooting.
Sejak dibantai sama John QT di sini udah nggak ada harapan. Lu bisa main Astra nggak kayak? Lu aja emang pernah lihat gue main Astra emang? Lu aja tahu agent gue kalau nggak initiator Sentinel. Gue aja Cypher tuh baru-baru bisa belakangan ini tahu. Dulu Killjoy mati gue. Oke, duelis gampang kok, tinggal bunuh 5 menang. Itu yang dilakukan sama Smurfing rapi. Aduh.
Control of market, control of mid now.
Yeah, this is a very different flavor to the round. The problem is
Astra motor ya bang.
so advantage towards Sentinels. Louder finally got a better
Sama
macro
itu.
idea.
Still might be some danger.
Berdua kelihatan.
Players spotted. One tagged up here. Shock darts now and the squeeze is online. QCK is wrapping around.
Gila segala hal tuh dilemparin anjir.
Trip. Tens lit up entirely. Let's loose that paranoia, but that one way less than ideal. That was John's.
Great crunch in being
Tiba mati dua-duanya. Gimana itu?
couldn't figure out how, which direction to go in, I guess. And Tuiz is here ready to pick up Celsius.
Main Cypher belajar line up catch-nya apa gimana kayak beberapa map gua tahu line up-nya. Yang buat one way kan. Walaupun makin kesini gue jarang nge-one way sih. Kayak split gitu biasanya setiap kali gue pengen one way, waktunya udah nggak sempat gue buat setup. Bang izin cabut dulu mau keramas. Iya, boleh Pais, boleh banget.
Loud actually went and took that space on the map that otherwise John's just been watching with a trip.
Xeno Hunter Knife itu laku banget ya, kayak dipakai banyak orang soalnya murah dan animasinya bagus. Xeno Hunter hitungannya murah nggak sih?
Discuss precisely what went wrong. Potentially putting more of an emphasis onto mid, but again,
untuk ukuran knife,
world-class caller this guy is.
Apalagi bisa masuk NM.
Slouch as well with the aiming department, at least for this map. He's going to be potentially even expecting that. There's layers to it.
Gue yang belum bisa sisa Astra sama 3 duelis tadi, si Sentinel bisa semua inisiator agak gampang di sofa. Gue banyak yang nggak bisa sih. Nggak bisa dan nggak menguasai. Karena nggak ada efeknya. Karena beberapa player banyak yang orang tuh ada juga yang nggak suka efek-efek aneh-aneh gitu loh kadang-kadang. Jadi kadang-kadang Xeno Hunter masih jadi pilihan kalau orangnya nggak suka efek yang aneh-aneh. Bangkai jago rejanya hoax anjing. Gua sendiri yang mematahkan sumpah itu. Omongan itu gua aja yang matahin sumpah. Hoax itu.
We're waiting for the acknowledgement of the knife to go for a flash play to Dizzy, all combined.
Pengaruh itu kah line up abilities untuk gameplay? Pengaruh lah. Line up itu basically lu untuk bisa naruh di, misalnya lu molly, lu mau nge-molly tempat yang susah banget untuk di molly gitu loh. Tapi lu tahu biasanya orang tuh sembunyinya di situ. Ya lu cari line up biar gampang. Itu yang pertama. Kedua, buat ability biar lu pakai ability di tempat yang aman, itu juga bisa line up tuh. Misalnya buat post plan kan berarti lu cari jauh, cari aman, bisa lempar. Jadi pengaruh kalau lu emang mau menguasai satu agent yang banyak line up-nya, ya harus dipelajarin sih.
Talking about Loud's,
Last Bridge nggak di-tag kayak Sky, enggak lah.
They have managed to neutralize the star player of Sen. But they need more. They dodge the knife again. This is going to give Loud the perfect timing to go into Sassy. Can he pull out some magic?
Jumping around. Drone hears it. Has to respect it now. It's running away just to get the hell out of there. Doesn't break the drone.
Tapi buat gue yang suka cari line up sih kadang-kadang gue ada yang ini sih yang gua di line up sendiri sih kadang-kadang. Kayak dulu gua punya line up Killjoy banyak buat molly-nya, tapi makin lama makin jarang gua pakai, lupa deh udah. Dulu gua ingat mati semuanya tuh. Awal-awal belajar. Karena saking jarangnya gua pakai. Nice. Jauh, tushnya jauh. Udah ketahuan juga posisinya tushnya. Bejir, hampir itu. Itu sebenarnya hampir itu. Mahal, tapi nggak apa-apa. Yang penting MP dulu. Oh, Sentinel masih kuat coy, sunsetnya coy. M-Lab atau Kovac ngaruh ningkatin M gak bang? Gue gak pernah pakai M-Lab sih jadinya. Soalnya gue merasa gue bukan pro player, jadinya ngapain gue se-hard se-tryhard ini sih sama M gue. Sampai M-Lab.
This is it potentially. Precipice of defeat for Loud. QCK, sliver of an angle, just holding it ADS, but he does not get what he was seeking. Now running away, Les. These are matters into his own hands. Yeah. Look at the steep lurk.
These are the rounds where Les just decides, all right, my team's struggling to come up with an idea. I am going to make the play to win.
Steep angle. Celsius wasn't ready for it. Peeking it wide like that, just slowly. Did manage to vacuum up that space now. There's going to be that
Parex nemu Lord ya? Ya, harusnya kalau dia menang Sentinel. Besok game pertama Lord lawan Parex deh. Masih harus dapat 2 nih setidaknya. Sulit. Di flash. 10-12. Ini bisa OT nih, hati-hati nih. Abis ini kan Sentinel ini. Harus saving ini.
Probably just going to save. I mean, look at the economy of Sen. It feels like Sen are in control, and yet you look because they've died so many times.
Game kedua jadinya emangnya iya. Diubah lagi. Tadi pada Parex tulisannya di awal loh.
So John keeping this weapon online. It does.
Enggak kok masih 10 PM. Wait, what?
It's common the entire time. See it in the scam.
Yeah, it's like a mini timeout for him, right?
Yeah.
To discuss what's going on.
Gua di VLR.gg sih ngeceknya.
That round is that Les just found an opening up through elbow. I'm not sure exactly how he's managed to find that read, that Sen had nobody playing there. Perhaps, even if people were playing there, he was happy to take the fights, just believing in himself. Does John save this?
He needs the rifle. And 2 years, I mean, he's just making a mock.
Kan gak dikasih save.
Jumping through knowing he's low enough.
We are going to be headed into,
oh my god,
the final few rounds here of the match. With Loud favored to bring it to the final round.
Langsung dapat ulti dia aja.
Maybe even some OT afterwards. It's crazy the adaptations that these teams are willing to make.
Oh, balik ya di VLR soalnya malah Parex duluan.
Look at this gamble. Sen gambling over towards A because that's where
Wikipedia sama VLR nggak janjian dulu nih. Gua ngeceknya di VLR soalnya. Udah gua refresh ini. Orang VLR.gg sama orang Wikipedia janjian dulu nape? Tapi nanti nunggu aja lah. Biasanya di akhir live streamnya ketahuan kok. Di akhir live stream ini. Iya lagi Susi lagi yang ngurusin liquid ya. Nanti lihat di akhir aja. Biasanya di akhir acara ada jadwalnya kok.
They could close it out here.
No one to break, no one to deal with it, but it's a flash using running and gunning.
You run and gun.
Drive by, going wide. One player falls, a tap now forces out the snake bites. Have to be utilized here. Kamazin still has the ult. Surely there's no danger.
Wah, tense. Hampir itu. Sayang sekali. Susah, udah susah. Ada ultinya coy.
Like to get away with this one, but it's going to the final round of regular time anyway.
Mahal, tapi mereka masih bisa beli sih pada akhirnya lautnya.
I believe for a moment there when Sen had their weapons.
Gila, udah map 3, sengit lagi. Emang Sentinel sayang sama stream gua anjir. Sayang sama stream gua.
They used the pit, a timeout taken.
Oh my god, jam segini lagi ya udah ya.
Right before the last round of regulation, Kaplan.
Pas banget lagi ini. Pas banget mereka lagi time out guys. Saatnya apa?
Bersiaplah kalian semuanya akan aku bangunkan. Tunggu aku. Jam 3. Bersiaplah.
Siap-siap. Pegangan.
Sahur lagi. Yuk, sahur semuanya. Sahur. Sahur semuanya. Sahur. Ayo. Ayo sahur. 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 Sahur.
Udah mulai.
Sahur.
Ya tapi tanggung ya.
Sahur.
Udah.
Why not? You have the money, you have the cash.
Maaf ya. Yang kebangun, maaf ya, yang kebangun.
Sentinels here, but it's everything. Tossed into the mix. One round to decide it. Does the series end?
Suara monyet mana susah kalau lagi ini. By the way,
I would have a chance to fight back.
Muhammad Fikri Maulana, welcome to membership. Thank you udah jadi member karena udah mendengar kami for Let's Go dipakai emojinya. Oh my god.
To make it feel like they're taking early.
Dia langsung member loh.
I think trying to prompt out some kind
Karena
of
mimi
pressure
peri semua ini.
and see if they could punish it. Maybe even hoping that Zekken or Sassy would play for the ult orb and they could get that.
Dia member karena mimi peri,
It really
coy.
feels like they're trying to trap them going for the A ult orb. Zekken and Sassy are not taking a risk like that to throw away their chance of winning the match and going to
Mimi
beat
peri
gen.g in the
buff.
uppers. So no dice on that early.
Kalau
turn.
Sen menang, aku join member. Oke, siap. Ninja gadungan.
Feel it.
Satu round lagi nih, Byronnya nih.
Thick with tension.
Sens punya ulti, John Kuti punya ulti, tapi di sana punya. Gila, Tensku, abangku. Sens mati banget sih tapi posisinya. Tuh udah ente banget Tensnya. Di ulti di dalam sendirian. Merdu bang suaranya.
Optimizing, but also giving Sen an opportunity to throw in some util early on. They're not going to go for the flood defend though.
Yeah, suppression fading.
Kulit nggak sih QCK-nya punya ulti anjir.
Here it is. QCK lets it rip, breaking the util. Dizzy.
DG-nya nge-stuck di atas. Tidak, Mr. DG. Mr. DG mengkhianati Sentinel, cok. DG-nya mengkhianati Sentinel, anjir. Oh my god. Wah gila, ini semua karena DZ aja. Ini semua karena DZ sumpah.
They're desperate for it, man. Crawling. These late adjustments on Icebox and now on Sunset to get into overtime have just been marvelous. And this, with Tens being able to get the first kill onto Les to start with. But that punish at the back of the Rolling Thunder was so
DG-nya mumet sendiri.
Remember what Tens was
Udah
able to
gitu,
do over towards
udah
B,
kagak
didn't get away with any
naik.
shenanigans like that this time.
Apa nyangkut di box lagi? Ngeselin banget sumpah. Ngeselin banget, cok.
As Loud swap to the defense side.
That's right.
Remember, Sen were trying to set up these mid lurks quite a lot and threaten it.
DZ-nya blunder. Sumpah, itu kalau ada satu hal yang mungkin bisa membuat Sentinel menang tuh sebenarnya DZ-nya anjir.
Smokes are propped up.
Yeah, and going for their defensive setup where 2Es is the player holding aggressive over towards A, so they frequently leave 2Es alone.
Tapi kalau Sentinelnya turun, langsung ketemu Pepper Rex anjir.
This time though, he's got backup from
langsung grand final di prediksi gua, cok.
Dizzy off the cam contact. 2Es trying to find a timing to re-paranoia and take position on the A line. Doesn't catch anybody. It's the same kind of thing again here, Brent. Trying to set up this mid-lurk of aiming. Distraction. Yeah. But I swear, Loud are always super aware of stuff like this.
Deep Smoke did pull Kawazin away. He might be able to react in time, though, to help 2 years out of a couple of pieces of util. Now time is going to become an issue and a problem. Flash, they're over the top. 2 years just bumbling into the walls there.
Lagi.
With his life, but he backs away, and now the call is being
Pernah
made.
ikut turnamen, nggak pernah Valorant.
Bound here for Loud.
And now they're going to be in position to try to
Udah ketuaan buat turnamen Valorant kayaknya.
The pathing over to the top. Plant. Actually going down here, but sort of util. Shock.
Aduh, timingnya bisanya kayak oh, timesnya kena lagi. Kok serem ini. Oke, 4 lawan 4 bisa banget ini, bisa banget. Gen.g bahkan dapat 1, ini dapat juga, mantep banget. 3 lawan 2. Gak ada yang tahu Gen.g bahkan di wallbang sama Zelsis. Don't fuck this up, boys. Don't fuck this up. Nunggu waktu buat Zekken aja nih. Dikasih waktu buat Let's go. Nice banget. Oh, turnamen Excel gue juga nggak bisa Excel aja. Bisa, cuman kode-kodenya nggak banyak yang gue tahu. Bahkan mungkin udah lupa semua kayaknya.
You saw Kalian just barreling over the top of the mosh, trying to end the round instantly by denying the plant.
Jangan kan turnamen deh, Premier aja gue nggak pernah ikut aja, nggak punya tim gue.
Gave Sen an opportunity. They're up on match series.
Let's finish this.
The tiniest of differences. Snowball out of control with these rounds, and you're right. Match point, map point, series point, whatever you want to call it here. It's Sentinels in that driving seat.
This time, John Cutie hasn't put a setup for mid.
Romain Premier pajangan lebih karena nggak ada temennya sih gua. Sebenarnya pengen nyoba, tapi nggak ada temennya.
Need to rely on other people watching the top of mid. So that's going to weaken.
Open mabar kayak nanti gua mau bikin membership tier 2 buat bisa mabar.
So they're kind of cheating here, going for a very aggressive, strong B hold, but a weak A, playing retake A. We haven't really seen Sen in this match pull off the retake A superbly, but it does exist.
Tense at this angle, man. I mean,
tier ultimate-nya ya kayak enggak, tier kedua aja. Itu pun gue masih mikirin nih masa keunggulannya cuma bisa mabar. Nanti gue mau mikir buat apa lagi itu tier 2-nya.
They're going into the heavy B setup.
Into it indeed. Potentially into the jaws of defeat. Second.
Let's go, wallbangnya mantep banget.
And now confusion. It's a frantic play from Loud. Which direction?
Tahor Minke nanti disuapi Mimi Peri tadi kan udah. Tangsi ini udah harusnya. GG. Supposed to be GG already. No time. It's already no time to plan. Everyone already dead. GG boys. Sentinel ketemu sama gen.g. Pepper-X ketemu sama Loud. Let's go. Gila, mantap banget. Terima kasih Sentinel. Setelah stream kurungkat dibawa ke map 3 bahkan OT. Terima kasih Bang Tens ngeri banget. Bang Tens mengerti banget sama streamer. Gila. Box. Hey, sesuai janji Ninja Gadungan berubah menjadi membership. Thank you banget. Dipakai emojinya Ninja. Let's go. Balaskan dendam Pepper-X. Ayo Sen. Sentinel, bisa nih Sentinel ngelawan gen.g ini harusnya. Enggak sih, harusnya sih bakalan sengit sih. Dua-duanya lagi di form yang sangat bagus. Sentinel sama gen.g. Hey, Jiska jadi membership juga. Welcome back Jiska. Udah goron, let's go.
Teams are now deeply familiar with each other. But Sentinels who have earned their spot now. Second round of playoffs.
Saya sampai lupa gue, takut kena kopi kanan. Tuh ketiduran Min kayak aman. Promosi terus, ada waktu promosi terus. Tapi kalau gue main di sana mungkin gue juga bawa ini banner. Jangan lupa beli Ironsenpai punya merch first anniversary. Sama aja kelakuannya. Bang, gen.g sama Sen udah pernah ketemu. Tadi dibilangnya sih belum ya? Belum pernah. Dan ini debut mereka ketemu. Dan dua-duanya lagi bagus. Selama season ini berlangsung, dua-duanya lagi bagus banget di tiap region. Jadi gue sangat excited sama pertandingan mereka sih. By the way, kita sekalian nunggu ya. Nunggu jadwal buat besok. Harusnya nanti di akhir acara dikasih tahu jadwal buat besok yang fix nih. Soalnya di VLR sama di Liquid beda nih. Semoga dicerahkan nanti jadwalnya di habis ini. Ada yang belum like, di like dulu ya guys ya. Tadi restream guys, di 100-kan dulu, bantu yuk. Apex slot derby panas juara region tahun lalu. Tapi dua-duanya sama-sama di form yang berbeda. Beda satu orang, formnya berubah berdua. Dua-duanya. Kita lihat gimana. Harusnya sama-sama seru sih nextnya nih. 2 pertandingan besok harusnya sama-sama seru ya. Lebih milih teman cupu tapi asik atau teman jago tapi toksik? Bisa nggak teman jago tapi nggak toksik? Ada nggak pilihan itu? Harus banget jago tapi toksik. Apex slot yang menang lawan siapa? Ya lihat nanti siapa yang kalah di lot sama Gen.g. By the way,
Subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu.
Sekali doang. Sekali doang, Cok. Gen.g kok pernah di VCT Amerika? Hah? Maksudnya? Gen.g di Amerika? Gimana? Min, interview Min. Nggak apa-apa. Bisa di skip. Kalau bukan Bang Tens, aku nggak mau denger. Bisa gitu ya? Sudah keluar gambarnya. Kayaknya sih dari gambarnya. Nanti saja kita bahas. Bang, lu kalau diajak main sama pros nih berdua barengan nge-invite lu, pilih 4 second apa tense? 4 second dulu aja nggak sih? Tense kejauhan coy. 4 second dulu. Jason biar bisa Koms Indo, betul. Jangan jauh-jauh dulu. Ras, welcome back to the membership. Thank you udah join member lagi. Thank you udah diteruskan Ras. Respect. Prediksi bang, Paperex versus Lord nggak bisa objektif bro. Kalau udah Paperex gue pasti jawabnya Paperex apapun itu anjir. Udah salah pertanyaannya. Gak bisa objektif. Ada orang ini. Ada orang ini. Yuk, kita taruhan. Kita taruhan. Baru mau gue bilang, dia langsung bilang itu. Everyone buy Sentinel bundle. Udah dibilang ya, udahlah.
Listen, people said they buy if we make playoffs. People said they buy if we make Madrid. We won it all. Yeah.
It's always been the event winner.
Udah keduluan lah ya.
Champs, you know. I'll buy the
Don't roll that again now.
champs, but yeah, congratulations, Zalsis. I could see from your emotion when you guys eventually won that map. It was kind of, it felt like elation and also just a lot of energy. 2 overtimes. How was that? Was that tough out there?
It was kind of stressful. Yeah. Obviously I think we threw Icebox. So going third map, I mean, it's called Sunset for a reason, but it was kind of stressful. Like when we won, it was like a relief. It was like, oh my gosh. So I'm just happy we won. Yeah.
Dan Zalsis nih blue man-nya anjir. Bang Tens kapan udah selesai? Udah selesai karena udah menang. Bang Tens kapan katanya?
The first time we've seen like a few, I guess, player reacts where there's a little bit of frustration as to the plan not being executed. I think it was round 3.
Ini ntar yang kalah dari Sens versus gen.g lawan yang menang dari, iya betul.
That was really interesting because I think it's the first time that we've probably seen that sort of reaction. How was it through Icebox if you feel like it was kind of...
Kita aja Fadlan siapa yang menyala.
I wouldn't really say it's the map itself. I would say it's kind of like how we're going into these matches. Like we're kind of now in like crunch time where it's like, all right, if we make a mistake, like we're calling it out. Like we're just nipping it right there and then, which is the frustrations or like, you know, us saying it so like eager, like you heard Zekken on the round 3. Like we just want to make sure.
Sebenarnya kalau nyala gue lebih milih Pepper X juga. Enggak, lebih tepatnya apapun yang terjadi gue milihnya Pepper X.
So call it out, we move, we fix, and then we just, you know, keep communicating. That's like the biggest thing for us.
Yeah, let's talk about Sassy real quick because I swear that he just turns up in every big round. Every single pivotal round that we've ever had in this series today, he's at the scene of the crime. We have a quick round to show you, I think, from Sunset.
Bang, match ini mejanya Coach Alex aman nggak? Ke-skip tadi matchnya. Tadi udah patah 3. Tadi panitianya sempat ke ini dulu, ke toko Swedia dulu untuk ngerakit baru.
Sunset, so I'm happy I have him on my team.
So no backseating whatsoever whilst that was going down, no?
I mean, we're just little things like bullets, like if we hear their footsteps and he's like dialed in on their crosshair, you know, when someone's in a clutch, but I mean, he handles himself pretty well, so.
Yeah, this was played to
gen.g underdog parah. Karena ini aja sih dia dibilang underdog karena ini sih. Karena tahun lalu nggak ada masuk internasional kan. Makanya dianggap underdog.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Padahal kalau lu lihat Pacific Kick-Off kemarin, gila bro.
Yeah, he's kind of a traitor. Yeah, he's kind of a traitor. I mean, you know, I'm glad to have him, but it's like having him against his own team type thing.
They're lost, right?
Yeah, they're lost. Yeah.
I mean, speaking of traitors, me and Hypog, we're both from EMEA. I've heard.
Wih, yang di live chat ijo-ijo semua, lu kan nggak aman tuh, masih banyak abu-abunya coy, aman.
Zero team region.
Yang abu-abu jangan minder.
Fnatic not coming here is kind of a big deal. I mean, they ran the same strats as last year, so maybe they can fix
Apakah menjadi Cinderella story lagi buat gen.g? gen.g udah nggak Cinderella anjir. Dia nggak pernah turun ke lower bracket hitungannya. Udah nggak ada Cinderella-Cinderellaan lagi anjir itu.
Yeah, zero team
The
region.
top, udah top dia. Of course.
He's actually just not wrong. One of those situations where we should just keep pretty quiet, to be honest.
Yeah.
But out this conversation.
Yeah. I think so too. Do you know who we should talk about though? The IGL of all IGLs, the frag.
Apakah saatnya gift member lagi? Udah mulai ada Sultan gift member.
Oh Mike, what did you think of?
Kembali.
Today, one of the ones I want to ask back about was the post plant on split. Like I think probably one of the cleanest clutches we've seen.
gen.g lagi di atas awan sama kayak Sentinel. Sentinel juga lagi momentumnya bagus banget. Lagi menang mulu.
Let's just bring it up so we could show.
If we could roll it, I'd love to know what was going on the comms during this.
Oh, different one. He had too many. He had
too many clutches.
He couldn't pick him.
Yeah, too many clutches. He's just too good. Look at him.
Oh,
that's my IGL.
You stole his ace.
Did I?
Yes, you stole his ace.
As I should.
So, yeah.
You didn't realize he was on for an ace?
I want to win the round. I don't care. I've stolen his ace twice now.
Ya, exactly. Kayak gue orangnya juga kayak gitu. Gue nggak peduli sama ace. Gue bakalan lebih milih menang round daripada ace.
I mean, Mike, as an IGL, coming from John.
Makanya kayak dulu kan pernah gue dicuri kan ace gue. Terus kayak penonton gue, lu pasti kesel ya bang, Enggak, cok.
coming into this tournament.
Lu bukan orang yang nyari
Yeah,
klip atau apa
but is
gitu.
it back now? back
No,
now?
wait. What were you about to say? I was going to say
No.
definitely
Is it
the
back?
RC Yokai main gak antar malam? Kayaknya nggak tahu deh.
Oh, okay.
Tapi udah jam 3, jam setengah 4 coy ini selesainya soalnya. Kayaknya nggak dulu deh.
Maybe extension to that question. All five of you seem to be able to deliver in individual scenarios. Is there ever, situations where somebody's really stepping up and
Tadi itu sebenarnya kalau sebenarnya emang Sentinel menang di Icebox ya, gue rencananya mau covernya pakai main aja udah. Karena restreamnya cuman berapa jam gitu, nggak sampai jam bahkan. Tapi ternyata dibawa ke map 3, ya udah.
He says what we do early unless someone has a really clear-cut idea, they're saying something on the map or something, but he really calls the early round and he gets final say, and I think we all respect that. But everyone kind of chips in here and there mid-round, they do a lot of their own calling and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, I would say he's definitely one of the best IGLs I've played with, individually, calling-wise, everything. He's very calm. He puts in a lot of work, a lot of time. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with him.
His aim is crisp.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking absolutely insane this event.
Mana aku mau lihat jadwal buruan.
Absolutely insane. You told us about buying the Sentinels bundle. You've been pushing this out there, but I kind of wanted to base this off of the actual classic. Does the skin give you the buff? Because if you take a look at this leaderboard, I'm sorry to report to you, Zell says, when it comes to classic skills at this event, you're not number one.
Those are rookie numbers, man.
Monyet nomor 1 di classic.
I was number 1
Classic kill.
PRX is about to be eliminated.
Ooh, that's a bold statement.
So 14, he's gonna be stuck at that. And
Bro, that's a bold statement from you.
Oh wow. Do we then combine you and 10s? Is that how it works?
That is how it works, yeah.
Okay, so it's not if you get number 1, we buy it.
No, I have to.
I don't know about that one.
I have to be number 1.
Yeah.
I'm the Sen Bundle guy. I'm the Sen Bundle guy. We have to be number 1.
You got to stack that commission.
Yeah.
Stop buying ghosts and stuff. Just rock the
Always
classic.
pistol. Always pistol. Yeah.
And see what happens. And speaking of the next matchup, because it sounds like you think Loud are going to beat Paper X. Is that correct?
I do think Loud will beat Paper X. Yeah. I think Paper X are still kind of they.
Karena Q udah kualifikasi champion.
They do their thing, but I think it
amini. Makin banyak tim Indonesia di orang Indonesia di International League, gue udah senang.
Messaging for sure.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, I think the hot topic we've certainly seen particularly the last week or so is kind of what's the next step, what's the next kind of identity
Translate min kayak udah telat.
Paper X. Do you think that is enough of it? Because previously they've always just fallen back.
Ya udah gua translate yang ini ya bentar ya.
They go forward, kind of like death falling sort of gameplay. They can succeed at international events. Do you think it's different this time around? Do you think there's, I don't want to say that much of a drop off, but do you think there is that much of a gap in terms of the Paper X?
Oke, jadi dia nanya, menurut lu nontonin tips and tricks Senpai itu apakah menambah game sensu di dalam game Valorant di pertandingan sesengit tadi? Terus Jasisi jawab, by Sentinel, sorry bukan. Iya dong. Iya dong, Chin.
But only time will tell if they either make a change or want to change how they play, because they're all based off all vibes.
Salah banget minta translate sama gua anjir.
Let's talk about your next match, because last year it felt like all you did was play against
kesalahan minta translate.
To Loki, and you faced Paper X and DRX, I believe. Now you got to go against Gen.g, and I heard that you were really looking forward to meeting Texture. You said a lot of nice things about how he's performing well. How do you think he's gonna do, and also how do you think he's gonna do up against Zekken?
I'm a big Texture fan. I watched them play their tournament kickoff qualifiers or whatever, and I'm a big Texture fan. I think that whole team is really good.
No, it's just Texture, bro.
These are the big leagues.
Dia bilang the whole team bagus katanya. Di Gen.g. No.
Texture,
it's just Texture.
I don't really know what to say. Texture's really good. He's really good. I think it'll come down to prep and team play, which I think both of us have really good team play, really good prep. So
nice, Padla, nice.
Really
Okay, I guess the follow-up to this head-to-head would be the Karen versus Tens discussion.
Ooh.
Give me some insight on that. Thoughts?
King Tens,
yeah,
he's gonna show Karen what it means to play smokes at a big tournament. So I mean.
To be fair, in Karen's words,
tidak mau ikut-ikut Isalkun.
He also was not playing.
Yeah.
Tidak mau ikut-ikut, nanti IG ku hilang.
Missed a few of the big titles. I feel like, hey, maybe Gen.g, they might surprise you. But would you also agree? It feels like outside of you guys, Gen.g do seem like the other option as the strongest team.
I definitely have us and Gen.g as I think this is the final, for sure. I think I mean,
bisa bilang ini
whoever won today, I think I was gonna call the
bisa
final.
bisa dibilang final kebagian sih emang.
I think it's us and
Sentinel Gen.g ini ini sekarang dengan formnya mereka sekarang.
Well, like prepped together, like they're really hungry, like they're like,
mampus
you know,
lu.
Karen rookie texture I think is like really in his element on this team, you know. So
Hey Kanata Axe, welcome to the membership. Thank you DJ member dipakai emojinya biar yang abu-abu ini. Let's go.
You agree?
I do agree. Yeah, I think Gen.g have looked in fantastic form. I'm not sure, obviously, with the Loud Gen.g rematch, whether or not it's going to be enough of a bounce back from Loud. I think today, I don't know if you would agree with this, but it felt like more like facing off versus a familiar opponent, which is why map 2 and 3 were so closely contested, even with coming out with map 1 and having a dominated, well, very one-sided performance. I'm not sure if Loud have got what it takes to bounce back and beat Gen.g again.
This is the thing though, like, when they down
You can
Loud,
never count them out. That's the thing. They have an asterisk next to the name every single time.
I mean, we're gonna find out tomorrow. But before I let you guys
tutornya dong biar keluar dari silver, banyak smurf di silver.
We're still running there.
Ya.
A week ago, you asked the question for our next guest. So this is the question from Hypop, which feels weird that
Kalau gue dulu sih silver sih zaman-zamannya gue belajar Killjoy sih. Jadi mungkin mastering satu agent dulu mungkin. Memastering dalam artian misalnya kalau agent lu punya line up, kalau agent lu punya trick-trick, lu cari di internet kayak gimana.
Just because like it's been so long since I've played.
Menurut gue sih bakal bantu ya.
Like add in masters, I guess I'll call it, and then like doing it against heretics, it just like felt really nice to pull like a really good.
Habis keluar silver pun masih banyak smurf. Iya di rank apapun sih. Bahkan di tempat gua tuh juga banyak tau, diamond tuh banyak banget, bro.
Like you know, so that was probably my highlight. Yeah.
What's great is you didn't notice the lower third there, and it was like, why did you pick Forsaken?
Yeah.
But I love the fact that you just breezed right past it. Like, I'm not even paying that any attention.
Yeah.
I've just said PaperX gonna lose the next.
Tuh gua nggak masuk tuh Fadlan kalau kayak gitu. Gua nggak masuk tuh kalau kayak gitu. Dari VIC tapi ujung-ujungnya kalau smurf, nah. I'm against it. Gua nggak suka ada smurf. So,
no restrictions, go for it.
Forsaken?
Kalau bisa nggak ada smurf jangan lah. Maksudnya kalau bisa.
Okay, well I have to go with Forsaken.
Gimana sih tadi gua ngomongnya bentar?
Like I want to play him. He's
sebisanya nggak usah ada smurf.
Right now, like I kind of want that title, you know. So I want to play Forsaken. He's obviously really good, really nice guy. But
I don't think you understood my question.
No, probably not.
That was on me. All right, I'm gonna condense it.
I think it's time to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 condense it. So we have another post show tomorrow. We're gonna invite another player. We don't know who it is yet. Whoever wins is gonna come back on the desk and they're gonna answer a question. So we would like.
Nggak mulai nih. Maksudnya jadwalnya nggak dikasih lihat mulu dari tadi nih. Aku mau lihat jadwal, tolong.
I mean, we might have
You're guys are stressing me out. This is more stressful than the match. This is more like I'm like trying to think of it. It's like so I'm asking a question. Okay.
Yes, any question in the world. Feel free to instigate.
I got nothing. I don't know. I want to ask something like how does it feel to play with a lesser raise than Jing?
Wow. Okay.
Anjir. Parah banget monyet di ini. Monyet di underestimate banget. Astaga. Parah.
Gen.g will be taking on Sentinels in
Parah, cok.
bracket, and then in the elimination game we have PaperX.
Jadi ini ya. Jadi game kedua PaperX ternyata.
Loud winning that and
Gen.g lawan Sentinel duluan, baru PaperX lawan Loud. Oke.
I tend to agree with that. Again, we kind of beat this to death early on. I'm
jangan.
PaperX this time around, and whether or not tomorrow we
just for entertainment, I'm sure.
I don't think they pass Loud.
I just hope that PaperX wins so they could come on the desk and answer
that question.
I need my question.
Now, actually, yeah, I'm all in on PaperX.
Now we gotta...
All in PaperX, of course dong. Subtitle mana, Min? Mau apa lagi lu? Ini subtitle.
Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji, mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu.
Subtitle no. Anjir. Hujan coy. Di tempat kalian hujan juga. Tempat gue tiba-tiba hujannya lumayan deras ini. Udah besok udah tanggal 23 ya. Sorry. Iya, menuju 23 ya. Habis itu besoknya langsung grand final ya. Anjay. Bentar. Oh, tanggal 23-nya cuma 1 pertandingan. Tanggal 24-nya jam 11 mulainya. Oke. Berarti 2 hari lagi. 3 hari lagi. 22, 23, 24. Skin Champions kapan bang? Champions itu biasanya Agustus. Lu udah nanya Skin Champions dari bulan Maret. Gimana? Maksud gua di Indo kapan ada tour off? Kayaknya sih nanti pas split 2 ya. Biasanya tuh pas split 2. Ini kan sekarang masih challengersnya masih split 1. Biasanya kan kalau tahun kemarin split 2-nya offline, harusnya sih tahun ini tidak downgrade dong. Harusnya sih offline ya. Kayak gue ngerasa bulan Maret ini cepat banget. Oke. Gue juga kok. Gue juga kan ada project, ada WP, banyak. Izin baru nanti pas final, iya betul. Ramaikan TA, belum tahu ya, itu venue aja belum tahu di TA lagi apa enggak nanti split 2. Ini udah beres, udah sekarang Squid. Tadi gua restream, makanya nih streamnya cuman baru hampir 2 jam. Ya udah kali ya guys ya, udah jam segini juga. Bentar. Oh, oke. Aku mau ketemu yokai. Iya kalau gue datang. Mungkin kita datang cuma sehari doang sih kalaupun ada event offline. Kan kita mau WP juga. Jadi guys, kita ketemu lagi besok berarti jam 10 ya guys ya. Peprex lawan Loud. Opium. Semoga menang. Of course karena di sini posko pemenangan Peprex. Gua harus mencari perisai buat melawan haters nanti itu. Gue cuekin sih pada akhirnya sih. Tapi ya udahlah. Kita lihat aja besok. Bye guys, thank you. Bye. Selamat beristirahat atau makan. See you. Kenapa ini?
Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu. Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu. Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu.
Bersiaplah kalian semuanya, akan aku
subscribe.
bangunkan.
Aduh capek. Buruan.
Tunggu aku.
Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu.
Bersiaplah.
Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji.
Sahur lagi.
Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu.
Semuanya.
Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan.
Sahur semuanya.
Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu.
Sahur.
Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu.
Bersiaplah kalian semuanya, akan aku bangunkan.
Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu. Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu. Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu. Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu. Woi, subscribe. Aduh capek. Buruan. Ji. Mantap Ji. Jangan lupa membership juga ya. Pelukan dulu. Woi.